Welcome back to my life with plants. My name's Newman. It's a lovely 4 degrees today, 40 Fahrenheit. It's raining, as you can see there. This is the beginning of spring in Japan. So we get these spring rains, and it can be still cold, which it is today, 40 Fahrenheit. I just want to show you some plants that I have out here that are native to Japan. Here we have a dendrobium. It has flowers like this, and I've been watering it on and off. It's got that kokedama moss ball. This one here is has these flowers right here. In Japan, they have no distinctive name. They just call them seッコク. They're lithophyte or epiphytes, native to this area too, going right down into the south of Japan. They are the hardiest of dendrobiums you can get, the most hardiest in the world. This one has white flowers. That there is a seed pod. When it opens, I'm gonna try to distribute the seed down here. You can see these trees here. There's another one. Look at these conifers in the garden. I'm going to try to distribute the seed in there and see if it germinates. This one has like bountiful white flowers, very fragrant. I purchased that. And then at the back here, let me take this one down so we can get a closer look. This is a big, oh, it looks big, but it's actually small. It's not growing in very much at all. It's actually completely hollow. It's just roots growing in there. At one point it probably had some moss, but doesn't have anything at all growing in there right now. So you could call this a lithophyte, growing on this terracotta pot. Those could be nubbins. It's got this lovely red hue to the leaves during the winter. Apparently the owner said that it's been growing in here for about 10 years. And I can't see any remnants of any fertilizer whatsoever. So maybe they used a liquid feed, who knows. It's even got a new cane growing there too. I'll hang this one back up. Here. Coming to the other side. There's another dendrobium here. This one got a little bit beaten up during the summer, but it's fine. It'll probably flower too. And then we have our native Vandafalcadas. This moss ball's been dry throughout the winter. It's just slightly, barely even moist. And it's trying to push out roots there. Although during the winter time it doesn't do anything at all. It just hangs out in the cold. And speaking of cold, it can get right down to -5. -5 is something in Fahrenheit. It's below 0, let's say that. Below freezing point. They can't take freezing, but they can take the very low temperatures as long as they're just protected enough. It's so cold out here, I want to get out. Here's another one. Yeah, it's cold. My hand's starting to freeze up. And this one here is another one, the kokedama. Can't really see the roots, but it's healthy. They grow them in these pots here. You can see a big hollow in the bottom there because they put a pestle. It's like a pestle, and they wrap the kokedama around it, and they pull it out, and it leaves a big hole in the bottom. That's for maximum drainage, because when we get the monsoon, they will get a lot of water, and then they got to have that aeration. This is another one I've been growing, dendrobium. This one got a really hard summer. Doesn't it really harm it too much? It will survive through it. It's surprisingly hardy in the heat too. This one is a yellow flowering Vanderfalcata. Once again, they grow them in this kokedama for a reason. Okay, it's not just for show, it actually has a function, and that function is to keep the roots well aerated. Even during the monsoon, when it rains non-stop and it's like a hazy mist, and it can get quite cool even though it's midsummer. It can get to about 20-25 degrees, which is just warm, and it rains non-stop. And this helps to keep the orchid from rotting. That is the purpose of it, because they do like the monsoon, but being an epiphyte, they dry out pretty fast. Even when the rain is falling onto the trees, it evaporates, leaving it humid and barely moist, like just the slightest bit moist, even though it keeps continuously raining. And yeah, what I'm gonna do is just put this one back here like that, and I am starting to freeze up. Because it is cold. Let me just put this here, okay, for a minute. Yeah. Let me just swing this camera around. Yes, so that was an update on my Japanese native orchids, and I'm freezing and I want to get inside. Anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss anything. And before you leave, let's have a look at some blossoms. Plum tree blossoms, pink. There's the bonsai in the garden. I'm just going to go past my cacti collection. We have another one right there, see? It's a plum tree in full blossom. And they blossom at this time of the year, very early spring, when it's still almost freezing, but not quite. All the permafrost has gone, so there's no frost in the ground, so the ground holds a certain amount of warmth when you get a sunny day, but today's pretty freezing. Yep. And that's all for today. Yep. If you have any questions, let me know. And before I go, looking after your plants is not a chore, it's part of your self-care. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.